Chicago artist by the name of Rude. I haven't really put up any videos in a while, but I guess I'm gonna start placing videos back on YouTube or what have you. Just about freestyles. For me, I'm gonna be doing some freestyles and probably uploading some freestyles today as well, and also just some knowledge. You know what I'm saying, for the people, not just because there's a very big conscious community right now, black conscious community, black people. That's fine. I love my black people, man. I love us to death, but I also love all human people because you have to understand as a whole that we are the universe that we live in. We all make up the universe just in a human form. You need to understand that, and if you don't understand that, do your research, please. But yeah, so my whole thing today is I'm just gonna be doing a video basically on just things that are on my mind. Today I'm gonna do one. I guess I do a video on the weather. The weather's been fucked up everywhere. The weather's been spontaneous everywhere. It's been disastrous everywhere. Disastrous. It's been very odd, very very weird fluctuation when it comes to the weather, man. We're already in May. This is May the 11th, I believe. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with games, so Doom fucking comes out May the 13th and shit on Friday the 13th, which is not really ironic because it is Doom, but that's ironic, whatever. And whatever way you want to look at it. But yeah, so the weather's just fucked up, man. The weather's been fucked up for a while now. It's been very odd in multiple places of the world, not just in the northern hemisphere, the northern American hemisphere. It's been odd everywhere. There's been, tornadoes and all kind of shit going on and tsunamis and whatever. This is for a while now. And you got to ask yourself, well, where's this coming from and why exactly are we having this? Well, you got to, okay, before I get into what I'm going to say next, you got to understand that we can only give our interpretation of things. We can only give our opinion on things. We can only be opinionated on things that we know. Well, not exactly that we know, because you got to understand that what you see is what you know, but everything is not exactly, seeing is not all the time what you should believe. So I'm just only giving my opinion here on factual evidence that I have consecutively gathered on my own adherence. I don't have to adhere to anyone else to do what I'm doing now. This is only my own research and interpretation of what's going on. I believe that Mother Nature is having a fight currently right now with the government. Our real ecosystem is having a fight with our non-existent synthetic ecosystem that's been put out there for us. Well, not exactly synthetic, but I guess just not exactly real. It's not it. Well, synthetic means that exactly, but not exactly in the sense of like a drug, just in a holographic sense. So the real world is basically fighting the holographic world. The holographic world meaning the world that the government has put before you, and the real world, of course, which is Mother Nature and all that type of shit there, which is what you're supposed to fuck with. So I believe that they're having a fight right now. This is why you're gonna annually get strange weather every year, every month, or whatever. You're gonna ritually get odd weather. Ritually means over and over again annually. You're gonna constantly get bad weather because of the fact that there's a struggle going on right now. And if you are into the astronomical sense and astrotheology, you would know that we are moving into the time of Aquarius, which most people should know. So the climate change and what have you is going to differentiate over time, and not in the way that it's supposed to do at all. Of course, it's going to be unnatural because the natural sense and the unnatural are fighting each other. So some days are going to be natural, some days are going to be unnatural. Once again, this is my interpretation of things. If you have any other interpretation or any questions or anything else that you want to say or something else that you want to interject, you should possibly just leave a comment below on this video, obviously. And then, I can definitely see what you say, because I will be looking into anything that anyone says on any video, since I'm going to get my YouTube channel back together now. So yeah, but that's just my interpretation on what's going on with the weather currently, is the fact that, yes, I believe that we're not exactly getting natural weather. Not all of it is natural weather. I do think that the natural weather does come through the bullshit that's in our ecosystem, put there by whatever forces you want to call them. They have many names, put there by such a people. And it's just a struggle right now going on between nature and the adherents of a false world, of a false reality. and false weather and, false, not advertisement, what the fuck, false, like, technology and false things that you're supposed to be following. Like, I'm not exactly sure if technology as a whole is bad, but to live in that universe of the technology that you're, because a lot of people live in TV. You got to understand that. They watch something and you kind of become a part of it so much that you're living it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not exactly. Some people actually live it in the sense of a physical aspect, but some people just live it in the sense of a mental aspect. It's like I've said before to multiple people when I'm having debates on things. There's no one way of looking at anything. So for me to actually sit back and debate somebody exactly and say that you're wrong, I never do that when I'm debating somebody. I just state my facts. I don't say you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you got to understand that any research that we do research on and we give our own interpretation on is only research. It's been searched over and over and over and over and over and again. And at the end of the day, at the end of time, so far into time, the origin behind something is not known. So my point is that there are multiple versions of the truth. So my truth on weather is my truth on weather. You can choose to listen to what I have to say and base your truth off of what I'm saying, but you got to eventually come up with your own truth. My truth on the weather is that it's not natural. It's natural as well as non-natural. It's things that it's Mother Nature fighting back as well as things that are not supposed to be happening. And if you were to do research, you would have probably the same interpretation. But like I said, only in your own words. You got to understand that. So for me to sit back and say that a person that's atheist is completely 100% wrong, or a person that is Muslim, or a person that is Catholic, or Christian, is wrong 100%, I can't say that. But I can say that given the substantial evidence, the inference that I've come to, certain things are like, okay, well, that's not really right. I'm not going to really get into that on this video. When it comes to religion and shit like that, you see my eye moving because that means that I'm trying to tell you something without saying it, which means that I'm not a religious person. I'm a very spiritual person, but I'm not religious. I'm not religious because I understand the default behind religion and where it originally comes from and the original energy that it holds. So my whole thing is, why not just get the power from the original energy? You don't want to see what I'm saying? Like, this shit goes deep, and I'm going off of the weather subject, but that's fine. You don't want a half version of the truth. You don't want somebody to come up to you, okay, your mother was just in an accident, and then you're talking to a paramedic, and he's telling you only what he saw when he got there. You would like to talk to your mother and figure out what the fuck just happened completely. So that's religion. Religion is the paramedic now. And the original understanding of things would be the mother, my mother. And that in this version of whatever the fuck I'm trying to bring to the forefront right now, in this scenario, that's mother would be that. You see what I'm saying? So if you can dissect what I just said there, you'll totally understand what I mean. So there's multiple, there's multiple ways of getting to the truth. There's multiple avenues of getting to the truth. So my truth on weather is the fact that it's not natural. That's why it's natural as well as non-natural, because we're going to always have our ecosystem there that was there. But there is one that the so-called government, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, has put before you. So those are two different things. They're fighting each other at the moment because of the fact that we're moving into another age. And there's a lot of other things behind that. It's not just that. There's a billion other key points that you can actually put into that fits into that puzzle, that you would actually see the horizon of the puzzle once it's done. But that's just my thought on the weather, man. It's been fucked up. Haven't put a video up in a while, so I just want to put a video up and give knowledge to my people, which is all people. You know what I'm saying? Even though I love black, it's all people, man. You got to understand that too. That's another subject for another day. But yeah, this is just my interpretation on things. Any comments below you would like to have, I will definitely read them. Any comments below that you leave, I will read them. Please leave comments below. My YouTube page is not fucking rocking. My shit ain't popping. So let's get my shit popping. You know what I'm saying? And I will definitely give support back to you guys. Love and peace to all my niggas.